Hey, hello everyone. And today I want to talk about something that I call or is called a divine council. And we know that we are multidimensional beings and that we live in several different states at once. One of the states that we live in right now is called Oregon. That's definitely a state of mind. Let me not play with this. One of our states is 3D reality that we're all sharing right now. The fact that I'm talking to you, the fact that in our reality, video exists, and we know that I'm not where you are right now and not doing the things that you're doing right now. We can do these kinds of things. But other levels of reality exist. And when we die, we don't disappear. Um, and if every person who has ever thought about suicide recognizes that, they would never commit suicide. They just think everything stops and it doesn't. And you commit suicide, things get worse most of the time. Um, I guess I'm going to have to do a whole series on suicide, but not right now. So then you go over to there's another side, and on the other side, your being still exists. And um, those who know about both sides say that the people on the other side can still influence them, have influence on this side. And so someone said to me, um, that they hold the people that they know who no longer have bodies and who are on the other side as a council, and that if they have helped them in any way, they continue to rely on their help. And so um, I organized that. Um, and so I realized that there's a lot of people who have gone to the other side. And I um, I want to recognize that they are there and they are welcome, and I want to call on them. So here are my levels of who's in my divine council, and who was in my divine council, oh, let's say 2 or 3 years ago. I can't find the current one for some reason. Um, it doesn't change that the top level doesn't change that much, but down further you get changes. So let me share. So the first level are the divine beings. And I guess I should move this in front of me. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So the first level are divine beings. And Suleiman, Lao Tzu, Buddha, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and Rumi are the beings, the wisdom beings that I resonate with. Um, and I have uh, for me, Jesus and Mary Magdalene are like a unit, are a balancing act. And I guess I would say Rumi and Shamsi Tabriz would be another balancing act. I don't know if Suleiman or Lao Tzu or Buddha had any balances, but um, that's I call on at the transcendental level of the other side. The next level, oops, next level are my transformational uh, elders, okay? The people who, through their actions, provided a major transformation of society. Um, I've removed uh, Martin Luther from the Divine Council and replaced him with somebody else. Okay. And Luther had a major um, impact on the world. I mean, still having a major impact on the world. The problem was, I don't think I could put him in the category of inclusivists, of people who were actually practicing inclusivity. I don't know enough about, the Protestant Reformation or anything like that. And so rather than leave him there and then find out that, you know, he glitched in some way, I took him out of the category. Um, William Penn is someone who has had a profound impact on society, and we don't think about him nearly as often as I think we should. The whole notion of what the Amish people, the Pennsylvania Dutch, I mean, even trying to create a city of brotherly love, ranks high in the book. Folks like Gandhi and King are obvious. Um, Václav Havel is less well known, but I think for us in our circle, uh, an obvious entry because of the Velvet Revolution, and Nelson Mandela. Okay, the next level down, I got lots of levels here, are my teachers. Okay. Um, Obviously, some of them I've never met. Pythagoras, Benjamin Franklin. I think I told you about the story where I am 1 degree of separation from Albert Einstein, um, which is hey, how many people can say that? Um, Vamala Thakar being uh, the a if she were a man, all the things she's done and all the things she said, she would be at the top of everybody's lists. But back in those days, women didn't make the list, so she just made my list. Ashley Montague and Houston Smith are the thought leaders and the teachers, the master teachers who I actually knew and um, had face to face, heart to heart connections with. Um, then the next level down are people that I knew who were influential in the world, and I considered them to be friends. Um, this list has changed also. At the time, well, Grace Lee Boggs is still on my list. Robert Blackstone has been on my list, and Anita Roddick, the uh, creator and founder of the Body Shop, and also someone who invested heavily in societal transformation. Dorothee von Hasse was also, like Robert, um, I was going to say kingpin, I guess a queen pin of ions, especially in the international phase of ions. Simone Lorenz, and I had many, many transformative conversations around right around the time that I was making my shift from activism to transformation. And Michael Toms of New Dimensions Radio knew everybody. How can you just know everybody? If I say, have you ever heard of? And you just say, yeah. I interviewed him. And so he was um, I was going to say massive presence, but then I'd be making a pun on his size. Um, but okay, and then okay, so I got another level here, and that is the beings who are not human. So these are the beings that so in our daily catalyst meditation, we honor all beings. But of all of the beings, these are the nations. I don't like the word species for some reason. Um, and I'm trying to think of them as being just different nations. And um, yeah, the whale nation, the crow nation, the wolf nation, the tiger nation, the bee nation, and then the octopus nation are all beings that call to me. Um, and uh, the picture of the whale jumping 20 or 30 feet out of the water. I mean, out of the water just for the heck of it. Okay. I mean, this is, I think that scientists have done us a great service, but they also give us a great disservice when they try to apply mechanistic um, rationales uh, for the behavior of beings because they can't have an intrinsic behavior of their own. Um, Um, Scientists say whales breach because they're trying to get barnacles off of their bodies, and they're doing this to kind of beat the barnacles off. And um, maybe, just maybe, they do it because they like doing it. Okay. This is like looking at a child running around in a circle and saying, oh, the child's running around in a circle because they have a bacterial infection. And it's like, no, they're running around in a circle because kids run around in circles.